Hi, I'm TJ Lang of the Green Bay Packers, and you're watching State Champs, the world champions of high school sports.
State Champs is brought to you by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to doughraiser.com for details. And SERRA Chevrolet. We're building excitement. From inside the State Champs Network studios here in Southfield, Michigan, you are locked on to a full hour of another edition of the original high school sports show. I'm Lauren Plant. We call this bad boy State Champs. We are presented by one of the finest institutions of higher learning in the nation. I'm talking about Lawrence Technological University. Now, another outstanding show is ready to roll. Stephanie Funkhauser, what can our friends expect to see this week?
The high school boys and girls basketball seasons are really heating up. You Hoops fans, don't go anywhere. We've got no less than 10 games for you, and we go in focus on one of our Mr. Football candidates who can also bring it on the basketball court. Our main event features one of the best boys basketball teams in the state, plus Tom Markowski has a very special guest this week in the Fast Break.
That's right, and we wrap up each show with the fastest 20 minutes on TV. State Champs Power Play, hockey coverage like you've never seen. Tons of high school highlights and features, plus Sean Belesian and I talk the best players and teams in the state.
The table is set. Let's get to center court. It's time for the Full Court Press.
We begin with boys basketball. Southfield Christian on the road to take on their city foe, the Southfield Blue Jays. Southfield Christian in blue, the three-time Class D state champs, living in Class C now. 7-1 record on the season, pick things up first quarter. Richard Fegan knocking down one of two triples in the first half. Eagles led 19-11 after one. Southfield looking to win their fourth straight. Second quarter action, Gerald Hall to Brandon Rucker, hits the baby hook. Jays found themselves down 39-28 at halftime. SC continued to bring it, working the ball inside to Bryce Washington. Nice bucket. He finished with a game-high 24. Eagles still up 11, 60-49. The lead grew to 13, but Southfield went on an 11-4 run late, got it down to a one-possession game. Michael Flowers wide open in the corner, knocks down the three. He had 13 points in the fourth, but Southfield Christian hung on. Fegan to Trenton Temple, two-hand jackhammer. Eagles claw the Blue Jays, 82-79 the final. We go to the Detroit Public School League. East English Village ranked 5th in our Super 10 rankings, bringing in the technicians of Cass Tech. East English coming in 8-2. They have a Mr. Basketball candidate in Kamari Newman, the George Mason recruit with no hesitation. Deep three, he had 22 points in the first half. More from the Bulldog offense in the early going. Said Lattimore will be catching footballs at Iowa, here getting the job done in the paint. East English Village led 20-9. Cass Tech 4-6 coming in. This would be a huge win if they could pull it off. One of the most underrated guards in the state, Leonard Silas, attacking the rack, but the technicians trail by 30 at the half. East English Village would not relent either. Newman could be the best shooter in the state. That's Purdy. Amari finished with a game-high 36. East English Village beats Cass Tech at home, 87-52 the final. We go now to girls basketball. OAA Red Conference matchup, Farmington Hills Harrison at home to take on Southfield Lathrop. After losing 2 of their first 3 games, Lathrop now triumph for lucky number 7 in a row. First quarter, off the steal, the Miss Basketball candidate Antoinette Miller all alone. She's headed to play at Cincy next year. Chargers led by 13. Harrison with a nice 9-2 record coming in. Patient on the perimeter. Ball finds itself in the deep corner. Teddy Pickens' 3-ball is flush. But Southfield Lathrop getting hot at the right time. We have them ranked 6th in our Super 10 in the state. Rock in the hands of the 6'3 senior and Minnesota commit Teo Bello. She finished with 20 points and 15 rebounds on the night. That's what we call a double-double. More from the Charger offense. A likely candidate for Miss Basketball next season, Deja Church from the back pew. She also had a double-double, 20 points and 12 rebounds. Lathrop led 37-19 at halftime. Chargers really turned up the heat in the second half. Miller, the wide-open tray, the senior, finished with 18 points. 50 of Lathrop points inside the paint. Southfield Lathrop beats Harrison 80-43. Let's bring in Ryan Terpstra.
Thanks, Lauren. We had a pair of undefeated teams tangling in West Michigan as Granville Calvin Christian welcomed Coopersville. Check out this sequence to start the game. Braden Stevens catches, nails the three, then turning on the full court pressure, the senior steals the ball, steps back, and hits another one. Just like that, the Squires have a 6-point lead. Coopersville had to try and dig themselves out of that early hole. Caleb Weigerink with it, bounces to Sam Mason. He attacks the rim and lays it in. Broncos trailed by 5 after the first quarter. Calvin stayed hot from the outside. This is 6'9" sophomore Blake Verbeek showing his range. He had 15 points and 6 blocks in this one, and the Squires took a 17-point lead into halftime. Broncos still fighting in the second half. Mason rips away the rebound. Kyle Gura open in the corner, and he triples. The senior led his team with 22. Calvin was just unconscious from downtown all game. 13 threes total. Tony DeWitt hit 5 of them to finish with 28 points. And Calvin Christian with a statement win over Coopersville, 84-49. Now let's head up north and check in with Jerry Taylor.
Thanks, Ryan. I'm Jerry Taylor in the Upper Peninsula. Let's check out the Mid-Penn girls basketball game between Iron Mountain and Westwood. First quarter, it's Lizzie Farley on the baseline. She misses the first shot, but she tries again and gets it to go. Westwood's still down 1. Later, check out the hustle from busy Lizzie. Knocks the pass away. She's by herself against 2 defenders, but she knows she outnumbers them. Nice layup there, and the Westwood Patriots came to play in this one. But the Mountaineers would respond. Olivia Trescott to Katie Brule. She gets the basket, and Iron Mountain led by 5 after the first quarter. Second quarter now, off the Mountaineers miss, it's Hannah Salmi on the fast break, driving all the way lefty as she gets it to go for 2 of her team, leading 16 points in this one. Later, Mountaineers work the ball around to Sarah Bugado, and she makes the 3 go boom. But the Patriots would fight back in this one. It's Farley for 3. Yes, ma'am. Westwood takes the lead, but Iron Mountain would prove to be too much from long range as the Mountaineers escape from Westwood with the win, 55-52. In boys hoops, Ishpeming and Marquette played a tight one in Marquette. Ozzie Corp here with a quick bucket to pull his team back to within 4 points, but the Redmen would keep pushing away. Alex Duvall gets the floater to the go. Count that baby in the foul as the Marquette Redmen take the lead back up to 4. Moments later, check out Duvall going from coast to coast. He gets the layup to go, and Marquette is up 5. Later, top of the key, don't blink because you might miss him. Duvall hits it again. He had 16 points to pace the Redmen. Last chance for the Hematites to tie it up. Hart Holmgren sends up the desperation 3, and it does not go. It's out of bounds, ball to Marquette, and the Redmen stun Ishpeming with a big home W, 49-45 the final score. For state champs, I'm Jerry Taylor.
Hey State Champs fans, I'm Lauren Jabara. Coming up after the break, Stephanie goes in focus with a 2-sport athlete hailing from West Bloomfield. You won't want to miss that. And then we head to our Ultimate Sports Blitz. Stay tuned.
We want you. We are LTU, Lawrence Technological University, and is one of the nation's best schools for engineering, architecture, and technology. We don't want just anybody. We want students who are curious and driven, students who want to change the world through technology, science, and design. So if you believe that possible is everything, we want you at LTU.
Serra Chevrolet in Southfield has been going strong for 5 years now. And as you can see, we'll do pretty much anything to get people's attention.
But what we do best this month is give out Auto Show bonus cash. Lease a Cruise for $69 a month with 0 down, or Equinox for just $119.
What's all this for?
For the next commercial.
Oh, man. cold, 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 cold.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your nonprofit organization can sell paper pizza certificates that your customers can redeem for one medium pizza at participating Hungry Howie's locations. Go to doughraiser.com to learn about, sign up for, and order everything Dough Raiser. Request a Dough Raiser kit for your group today. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Welcome back to State Champs. This week we go and focus on a multi-sport athlete from West Bloomfield High School and how his love for the game led it all. Last year, a tweet went viral claiming that 42 of 47 recruits signed by Ohio State football coach Urban Meyer were multi-sport athletes in high school. It began a discussion. Why are so many high school athletes starting to specialize in one sport? For West Bloomfield's Tristan Jackson, a Michigan State football commit, quitting basketball was never an option.
I guess if you love the game so much, you start playing it. I just wanted to finish off good. I guess that's how I put it. If I start playing it, then I want to finish playing it. What can open up another, you never know. But just for the love of the game. If you love basketball, play basketball. If you love football, play football. If you love both, play both.
Tristan has played basketball, football, and ran track in his time as a Laker, and his coaches said they wanted him to do it all.
But I love when my athletes play multiple sports. I think it brings a lot of qualities that the kids can carry for the rest of their lives. The most important, I think, is leadership. I think at some point the kids will go through some type of adverse situation where they can learn how to fight through adversity. I think it keeps them well-grounded. I think it's good to learn different things. And I think what coaches look for, they may not, something a coach may not see on film, a coach could possibly see when a kid's playing a different sport. You learn different philosophies from other coaches, especially here, at West Bloomfield. You got a lot of really good coaches. Ron Bellamy's doing a great job with the football team. Any kid that comes from the football program, I know they're coached up and they're tough, and that translates on the basketball court. We try to discourage the specialized athlete. In my opinion, being a football coach, I don't want to have a kid in our weight room from January all the way into August. I think a 15-year-old kid, his body's not developed, is not ready to lift, for that duration of time.
However, the pressure to focus on one sport is definitely there.
In the back of my mind, I always think if I would have just played football, I would probably have better offers or more offers. But I don't know, I love the game, so I just kept playing both.
Everybody doesn't know he's a Division I basketball player too. He had an offer from University of Detroit. He picked up in May. It's awesome for him that he's going to Michigan State and playing at a high level. He's gonna have a great opportunity to not have to pay for school, not have any school debt and have a degree from Michigan State University.
After all, you only get to play high school sports once. For State Champs, I'm Stephanie Funkhauser. Stephanie here for the Ultimate Sports Blitz, and we start in wrestling as Salem went on the road at Livonia Stevenson. We start in the 125-pound weight class. Cameron Shaughnessy of Salem taking on Jack Sullivan, and Shaughnessy would be in control as he runs the half and then finishes it off for the pin. Back comes Stevenson in 140. Tarek Al-Koldre taking on Russell Ganbatz. Tarek gets the reverse cradle and the ref would pound the mat for the win. But too much for Salem on this night. Roy Foster goes from the pancake trap to headlock on Parker Nowak and then gets the pin. The Rocks go on to take the meet. We head to bowling. It was a battle of St. Clair Shores as Lakeview took on Lakeshore at Harbor Lanes. We start with the boys, and this is Tyler Hooten for Lakeview, getting them all to go down for the strike. He had a team-high game of 258. But back comes Lakeshore as Gabriel Gennard was on his game, bowling a high game of 271 as the Shoreans take down their rivals from Lakeview. Now to the girls, and here is Caitlin Burney for Lakeshore. She gets it to go for the strike and bowls a team best of 199. Too much Lakeview as Krista Pierce had a 202 game in this one. She gets the strike as Lakeview goes on to win over Lakeshore.
All right, guys, are you ever curious about a score from around the league? Head to our Twitter at StateChampsNet or head to our Instagram at StateChampsNet to see what the State Champs team is up to, what games we're at. Coming up after the break, more basketball highlights.
Are you considered a top male or female athlete in your sport? Listen up! The Detroit Athletic Club is celebrating 20 years of awarding thousands of dollars in college scholarship money.
We're founded on athletics, but not only athletics, but also to the citizenship part of the commitment. And so it's all about bringing that together.
12 male and female student athletes will win their share of $15,000. Go to nsa.thedac.com. You must return the application by January 31st for your chance to win.
It's not fair. Everyone knows Hungry Howie's created flavored crust.
Yeah, but other places are trying to take the credit.
Yeah, but telling the truth is easy. I'll go first.
Okay.
My spirit animal is a sea captain.
What?
I miss payphones.
Wow.
That lady that brings you cookies every Friday?
Oh, yeah.
I have a huge crush on her.
That's my grandma.
Huge crush.
Hey, everyone gets a free medium pizza on their next online order with coupon code FREE1. Now that's an idea.
Hungry?
Howie's!
FAR Therapeutic Arts and Recreation has designed therapeutic programs that allow family members to participate. These inclusive programs give families greater understanding and individuals with special needs stronger emotional support.
FAR is a good place because it helps my little brother. I like to do drums and stuff. I like to do bam, bam, boom, slam.
For 60 years, FAR has provided creative arts therapy for individuals with special needs. FAR can help. Visit far-therapy.org.
The new Taubman complex at LTU will be opening in the fall of 2016, providing robotics students with everything they need.
It's still the same concept where it's a Tinker Lab concept. The students actually come into the lab. We don't use a lot of kits or pre-built robots for them, but they build everything from scratch. So they have the basic measurement equipment. They have personal CNC machines, 3D printers, and they can come in, do a CAD model of the robot, and build their individual robots in the lab. So we really encourage them to build every component from scratch.
The importance of these labs, providing the practical component of LTU's outstanding education.
We don't only say theory practice, we actually implement it. So the point of all these labs is to provide students with the practical experience they need to really hit the road running. And we really pride ourselves on, even though there are other places right now offering this degree, I think we're still very unique in the fact that every single robotics class has a practical component.
And building everything from scratch has given robotics students applicable experiences for their future jobs and careers.
We've already had a lot of compliments from a lot of our students who are getting internships in different companies about the quality of work that they do.
To learn more about robotics at LTU and its state-of-the-art equipment, as well as all of the other amazing programs offered at Lawrence Tech, head to ltu.edu and schedule a visit today.
I'm Ryan Slocum, back to the highlights with the top-ranked girls team in Class A, Saginaw Heritage, taking on number 7, Midland Dow. The Hawks jump on them early. Jenna Falkenberg plus the foul. Heritage led it 10-0 out of the gate, and they'd continue to dominate the first half. Great teamwork between Haley Brefka and Falkenberg, who finishes it. The Hawks led 25-8 at the break. Dow gets the lead down to 8 in the second half. Ellie Taylor hits for 2 of her 13 points, but they would get no closer than that. Jessica Bicknell, the bucket and the foul. She scored 15, and Heritage wins by 15 to remain undefeated and stay atop the Saginaw Valley League North. On the boys' side, Flushing put its 7-0 record on the line against Carman Ainsworth. Cavs on the run. Omari Duncan finds a cutting Michael Fletcher. The freshman lays it in. The Raiders can do the same on the other end. Joe Kuyat to a cutting Derek Black. Flushing pulls within 10. But then it's Terry Armstrong hitting the deck, still finds Duncan for the deuce. Carman Ainsworth hands Flushing its first loss, 50-31. Over to the GAC Red with Goodrich at Montrose. The Rams open the game with Jared Long hitting the long-distance dedication. The Martians pick up the defense from there. Goliath Mitchell comes up strong. Goliath tracks down the loose ball, gets it to Carrington Wiggins, who lays it in. Then it's another steal at midcourt. Diavante Todd takes this one in off balance and one. And Goodrich takes it 78-70. Now to the Lansing area to Jay Sarkar.
Thanks, Ryan. Okemos hosting Everett. The Chieftains in white. Jordan Henry with the dipsy doodle drive for two. The Chiefs led after the first and at the half. But Jamyron Jackson for Everett, he sinks a huge three there. And then Jackson again with the drive and the fall-away jumper here that put Everett up by 2 in the fourth. Minute 20 left, tie game. Nyreel Powell with the drive and the big scoop to the hoop that put Everett up 54-52. Okemos with the chance to tie, but Victor Edwards, he's too quick here. The steal and the drive for the layup put the Vikings up 4. Okemos cuts the lead to 1 with a chance to win, but Nyreel Powell draws the offensive foul. Everett wins 58-55. Girls action, Grand Ledge at Holt. Third quarter, Courtney Charlin passes to Jade Ayers, who gets the jumper to fall. 8 seconds left in the third. Holt fighting back. Aaron Miller finds Riley Stiles under the hoop. Holt trails by only 1. Tied at 32 in the fourth. Holt keeps the pressure. Cameron Reed shoots this easy jumper, and the Rams take the lead. Holt now leading by 8. Comets miss the first try, get the offensive rebound. Mackenzie Todd, she drains this three-pointer. It was a great shot, but Cameron Reed on Holt could not be stopped. She puts this one away for 3 points. Holt wins close, 50-44. Undefeated Lansing Catholic versus Fowlerville Gladiators jump out to an early lead as Sam McDowell comes up with the steal, hustles down the court, and a nice one-hand lay-in. McDowell had 21 on the night. Tony Poljan here, though, with a quick pass out to Mitchell Burnett, and Burnett drops the tray from the wing. Cougars on the comeback path. Nicholas Semke comes up with a fast bucket here as Fowlerville trading blows with Catholic, but in the second half, LC would take over. Tony Poljan gets the steal. He's cleared for takeoff. He slams that one home, and Lansing Catholic wins 79-65. For State Champs, I'm Jay Sarkar.
SERRA Chevrolet is proud to recognize the hardworking people in the communities they serve with the SERRA Chevrolet Community Awards. January's Teacher of the Month award was given to Ben Herman, a history teacher at Detroit Catholic Central High School. An excellent teacher and mentor, Mr. Herman is a Catholic Central graduate who values the goodness, discipline, and knowledge that CC instills in its students. Mr. Herman brings his Shamrock pride to the academic team as one of the head coaches. The team is currently ranked #1 in the country as defending national champs and is a fierce competitor in the state of Michigan. It is dedication like Mr. Herman's that makes our community special here in Michigan, and SERRA Chevrolet is happy to recognize him as January's Teacher of the Month.
Ben, congratulations on being Teacher of the Month for the month of January. On behalf of SERRA Chevrolet, we'd like to present you this community award that certifies that you are the Teacher of the Month. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you want to nominate a student, athlete, or teacher in one of SERRA Chevrolet's communities, head to statechampsnetwork.com.
All right, State Champs fans, you love high school sports. Why not watch students commit their next 4 years to the school of their dreams on our Signing Day special, Saturday, January 30th at 11 a.m. right here on Fox Sports Detroit. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a great show.
We want you.
We are Lawrence Technological University, and we don't want just anyone.
We want the brainiacs, visionaries, geniuses, and game changers. We want the students who will change the world through technology, science, business, and design.
So if you're ready to explore your possibilities,
we want you at LTU.
Lawrence Tech. Possible is everything.
SNEF Camp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day. During the Auto Show sales event, lease a Chrysler Town & Country Limited for only $199 a month for 24 months, or a Jeep Cherokee for just $179. Celebrating 25 years of giving customers a superior buying experience. That's SNEF Camp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
SNEF Camp, Metro Detroit's original. SNEF Camp, SNEF Camp.
We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table. When we sit down together, we share our expertise. You've got a legal problem, we know you need relief. Advice that you can trust, that's why people come to us. We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table.
Welcome back to State Champs. I'm Tom Markowski, and this is another segment of Fast Break. We have a special guest today, George Ward, the head coach at Detroit King, also on the board of directors for the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. And welcome to the show, George.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
We're going to talk about the top teams in the state, and George has played my number one team, everybody's number one team, UAD Jesuit. They are the team to beat. What's your thoughts on the Cubs?
Well, Cassius Winston, you know, everybody looks at him. He's the leader, probably the best player in the state of Michigan, best point guard around. The supporting cast that he has is very good. They're very well coached by Coach Donnelly. They do a tremendous job defensively, very underrated defensively. The guys can hit shots. They got a great freshman over there, Julian Dozier, and the supporting cast and the big guys do a very, very good job.
Yeah, probably the biggest team in the state. Some of my other top teams, Macomb, Dakota, Clarkston. Clarkston is a team that Dakota beat, gave Clarkston the only loss. East Lansing, and also 3 PSL teams. Talk briefly about the best one, East English.
East English Village is probably top to bottom the most talented team in the state of Michigan. Juan Rickman is over there. He's doing a great job, probably his best coaching job thus far for his career. The guys really play extremely well. The point guards that they have, they do a great job. Chris Rollins is really defending extremely well, leading the club. A lot of talent. Everybody knows about Kamari, but the other guys that they have on that team do a tremendous job, and they play their role very, very well.
Quickly on Class B, I think it's wide open. Godwin Heights is my number one team, defending champs. Class C, I think it's between Detroit Allen, Flint Beecher, Detroit Edison. I've seen them all. I think any one of those 3 can win it.
Absolutely.
And Class D, wide open. You have Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian and Adrian Lenaway Christian. Well, I want to thank George Ward, the head coach at Detroit King, for being our guest today. And next week, we're going to take a look at the top teams in girls basketball.
We are officially at the halfway point, so now is a pretty good time to catch a snack or go check out some social media, whatever you need to do, but you have to come back. The best hockey show anywhere, State Champs Power Play, is just minutes away, but that's not all. More high school bowling, even skiing highlights are coming up. Where else are you going to see that? Nowhere. Our main event in basketball featuring a pair of teams from the OAA Red, that's next when State Champs return.